Happy Disney 23 weekend. So this weekend is going to be fun, filled with action, with news from Disney 23, which is a fan expo that happens in America once every 2 years. And we are already getting alleged stories coming out. But first, guys, before we get into that, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. At the 100,000 subscriber mark, if this channel ever hits that level, I will be giving away a PS4 Pro with Spider-Man PS4 and an Xbox One X with Gears 5 whenever it comes out. So all you gotta do is subscribe to the channel, let me know down below why should I pick you. So Disney 23 hasn't even started properly, and they've already revealed a teaser for the Black Widow movie. Essentially what it is it's the Black Widow trailer that was shown at San Diego Comic-Con. They've shown 5 seconds of it already. Now, because I don't want to get any copyright strikes on this YouTube channel, I will not show that footage because it is just not good and I can't do that. Also in the news, they revealed a Phase 4 teaser trailer for all the up-and-coming Disney streaming shows at Disney 23. You got to see, well, realistic guys, it wasn't really any new footage except for they put old footage in for literally everything, talking about Doctor Strange movie, Thor 4, the Black Widow movie. I guess there was some new footage there for some fans that got to go to Disney 23, which is pretty cool. And they also revealed information about everything. We know now that we're going to find out what Loki did and where he is exactly as he went. At the moment, it is looking like the Disney streaming shows, at least for the Marvel side, will be 1 episode per week, which is fantastic. They also revealed that you can now buy membership, which is pretty funny because you can buy 3-year membership and you get a pin saying you were one of the first people to get it, and you get $23 off a year. So realistically, is that worth it? Not really. So you will be seeing content going around YouTube, Instagram, Twitter about like a massive Phase 4 leak trailer and stuff like that, guys. But we're not going to do that because, like I said, that's not very good for YouTube in terms of the copyright procedure. So they just revealed a few things. They also revealed how the streaming platform will work, and it essentially looks like Netflix, but it's a little bit cuter. The graphics look a bit better. So let's get into the bulk of the video. So Game of Thrones star Kit Harington, who played Jon Snow, is going to be joined in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, I know. When I read this, I was like, really? And then it turns out it's Deadline. Deadline is a respectable publication. So now we have Keanu Reeves officially joining the MCU, but no one knows who he is. And we have Jon Snow following his fellow Game of Thrones star Richard Manning, who will be part of the Eternals movie. Now let's actually read exactly what they said. Exclusively, last we saw Kit Harington on Game of Thrones star Jon Snow. Character ended the HBO series with the walk north of the wall into the forest with the free folk wildings. His punishment for slaying his mad queen lover Daenerys Targaryen. So where did he go? Deadline hears that it is basically joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where he will make the next film. Sources said Harrington would join one of Marvel and Kevin Feige's superhero franchises, which is interesting. All of the Marvel and Disney is busy with Disney 23 this weekend. I was unable to figure out which film, and nobody was around to ask, which they probably wouldn't anyway. I wouldn't be surprised though if some details are filled in before the end of the weekend. So this is fantastic news, guys. But like always, yes, the website is very credible, but it doesn't really reveal anything. So who did I think he could be? Now, he could be Adam Warlock because he's already got his, like, been known for the beard, the long hair. Could rock Adam Warlock. Moon Knight, who essentially is Marvel's Batman. That is another possibility. It is interesting. I would say Moon Knight potentially, or Adam Warlock. But it is interesting that Marvel are now looking to hire actors who are already well known, because obviously Robert Downey Jr. wasn't really well known, neither was Chris Hemsworth, neither was Scarlett Johansson, and I got butchered last time I said this, but guys, they weren't really A-list celebrity style. I mean, Angelina Jolie joining the MCU was crazy, and now it seems that's opened the doors for John Wick star, Matrix star, Keanu Reeves, Game of Thrones star. Obviously he is a big star, but not really at the moment because he's not in anything, which is pretty cool. So also in the news, we've had a lot of Spider-Man news recently, but nothing is coming out yet. But what is interesting is Spider-Man is featuring everywhere over Disney 23, which is interesting seeing as they seem to have cut ties. Now you will see Boss Logic's already on it. My boy Boss Logic's already on it, casting Jon Snow, Kit Harington as Johnny Storm. That is pretty cool. I would ship that. Johnny Storm, yeah, that would be pretty cool, although he would need short hair, I guess you could say. So there isn't really much else to say, but he could be anywhere, like Namor or Adam Warlock or Moon Knight, etc. So it is going to be fantastic to see what else happens during Disney 23. Also, he could be Nova, Richard Rider. There's so many people he could be. He could even be the villain of the Eternals movie, as we don't know who the actual villain is. So also in the news, we have a major story breaking from Hollywood Reporter. Miss Marvel series is in the works. Miss Marvel actually features in the Marvel Avengers game. This show will center on Marvel's first Muslim superhero to star in her own comic book title. This is fantastic. With Captain Marvel flying high on the big screen, Marvel Studios is now focusing on other marvelous Miss Marvel characters. Marvel is developing a live-action show for the Disney streaming service in the up-and-coming streaming service, which is interesting, and because she's got a lot of ties to Captain Marvel, I would presume, guys, that she will be rocking up in Captain Marvel too. Miss Marvel as a comic book has existed since 1967, with character Carol Danvers using her name for crime fighting. Several other characters have briefly taken up the mantle, and Danvers herself became Captain Marvel in 2022. The latest incarnation, and the one that we show, will focus on her as a teenager and obviously being grounded, becoming the first Muslim character in Marvel to lead her own comic book title, etc. So it is pretty cool, although there isn't really much information with this spread. But Hollywood Report is a respectable publication, and it is pretty cool because she is in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which is pretty cool. She's also in Marvel Strike Force, the video game, so she is quite well known, and it looks like she's going to be appearing in Marvel Avengers on PS4, Xbox One, and also PC. So guys, I will be doing a lot of content for Disney 23 this weekend. Also, they did reveal a teaser for the next Star Wars movie. I know we don't predominantly do Star Wars, but I will be covering additional content this weekend, as you guys really want the content. So what is also interesting is it seems that they are trying to ignore the whole Spider-Man situation, although there are some insiders saying that there's more information coming to light now, which is interesting because a lot of people are discrediting the story that there is a new deal in the works. We did a video on that earlier, so it is kind of interesting what is coming out. Because if you read the reports, they say stuff like, they're sticky business. It was initially reported that Disney was seeking 50% financing with Marvel Studios with Sony Pictures' future Spider-Man. An updated report now claims that Sony was willing to offer 25%. So it looks like there will be some updates for that. So that is it for this video, guys. If you want full coverage for Disney 23, make sure to follow me on Twitter at WWarstu. Long story, guys. Someone stole my handle. Someone stole my handle. And to get it back, I have to submit some documents, but I can't really get it back, so it's annoying. And also, if you do want to follow me on Instagram at Warstu, and also in the news, contrary to previous reports, it's now being reported that John Watts, the director of Spider-Man 1 and 2, has not signed on to do Spider-Man 3, and that's causing massive controversy in the MCU community. But all things are looking cool. So who should Jon Snow play in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? If I was to give my #1 pick for this character, I would say he should play Warstu. No, I think he should play Adam Warlock or Moon Knight or Nova or Namor. Seriously, guys, I don't really have an opinion on who he should play. I just think it's cool that Marvel is finally, The Rock has come back to Philadelphia. No, I just think it's cool that finally Marvel are breaking out from using little, less known actors, and now they will be using big name actors, which isn't necessarily a good thing, but I think in this concept it will be. So guys, let me know, did you see the alleged leaked trailer for Phase 4? But realistically, guys, there is nothing. It is just a highlight reel of everything else that we've already seen. But like I said, guys, I cannot post it on YouTube because it's just not good practice for a creator to do that until it is publicly released by Marvel Studios. So I will put something in the title regarding that it was leaked at Disney 23. Technically, it wasn't leaked at Disney 23. What happened is people that went there recorded it, then put it online. So technically it's a leak, so it is very interesting. So also, guys, I would love to know what you think about the Jeremy Renner situation. Do you think actors should get involved with debacles in business? Because regardless to what Jeremy Renner thinks about Spider-Man at the moment not being in MCU, he shouldn't publicly tweet with his 5 million followers going, "Yo, Sony Pictures, we want Spider-Man back." It's like, bro, He's owned by Sony anyway. They just lease him out so he's allowed to appear in the MCU. I don't know, guys. It's really interesting because I think like fans and stuff can get involved, but when you physically work in Marvel and with the Avengers and you are part of the movies, it just doesn't come across very good. Very business practice. It doesn't come across good to me. But what do I know, guys? I'm just someone with a voice online. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.